So we are creating a load balancer first. We will launch instance. The spectacle is about Route 53. So what we'll do here is we are launching Amazon Linux instance. We'll go to configure instance details. Here we will be putting a script in the advanced details. Paste it here. Now what will be written on the website? Welcome to Untitled class 1. That we are writing on the first server. We go to add storage. By default it is assigning 8 GB. Add tags. I am assigning a tag. Let's suppose it is web server 1. We go to configure security group. Because we are launching an Apache server, you need to add port number 80 here, right? And we will launch. Click on launch and take the same keypad. Click on launch instance will be ready. We'll go to new instances. We need to launch one more instance. We'll click on launch instance. Using the same type of instance app. Instance type. The script, but this time I will type here class 2 so that we will be able to clearly see that load balancer is distributing the traffic. I'll go to that tag, assigning a name, web server 2. I'll click on configure security group. I'll add a rule. I'll add port number 80. Maybe a launch. Click on launch. I'll take the same keypad. I acknowledge I have access to this keypad. Launch instance. These are the two instances which are ready. Right. The first instances should be running by this time. So we'll click on the first instance. We'll take its public IP. We'll copy this. We'll paste it here in the browser. Then we will see if it is running the first website. Once the second one will be ready, it will also be running it. This is also ready. I'll take this public IP. I'll paste it here. This is running class 1, class 2. Now we'll go to the load balancer section and we'll create a load balancer. Which load balancer we will be creating here? कौन सा बनाएंगे? We'll be creating a classic load balancer. So we already have a load balancer. We can see here. Delete this load balancer. Click on create load balancer. We will be choosing classic load balancer that works at layer 4. So हमने लिख दिया यहाँ पे classic ELB classic load balancer. Security group, you can take any security group. Let's suppose I am taking the same security group, the default security group. Configure health check, you know what all these parameters are. We are specifying the interval should be 10 seconds, unhealthy threshold is 2, healthy threshold is 3. We'll ping index.html and it will specify that, and we are adding these two instances in the load balancer. We click on add tag, we'll click on review and create, we'll click on create, and load balancer will be ready within few minutes. Now, when it will be ready? When 2 out of 2 instances will be in service, it will be ready. So I'll close it. So as you can see, 2 out of 2 instances are in service. So what we'll do here is we'll copy this DNS name. I'll copy this, Control C. I will paste it here. If I will run this, it will take me to class 2. If I will reload it again, it will take me to 1, 2, 1, 2. That means load balancer is working perfectly. Now, from this load balancer, we have to create a DNS server, which is Route 53. So we go under networking, we'll go to Route 53. So as you know that right now we are opening this web server with this unfamiliar name, which you cannot remember, right? So you'll not be able to remember this particular name, right? It's not user friendly. What we'll do is in Route 53 we will go and create a record, right? We go to the hosted zones. IntelliOnCD.com is the domain which we have already purchased here. We will create record set. Now here is my domain because I am creating a record set for that particular domain only. If I will specify here www.IntelliOnCD.com, this will be known as full domain. If I will not specify www, this will be known as naked domain then. So here I am creating a aliases. Aliases I will be created from a target name. I need to specify a target. Target could be load balancer, it could be a SP, endpoint, it could be anything, right? It could be an application load balancer, it could be Elastic Beanstalk, it could be CloudFront distribution. So it is loading the targets. As you can see, the target is being loaded. This is the name of our load balancer. So specify this, and these are the routing policies. I am taking the simple routing policy because this is the policy which is required if you want to assign a domain name to any of those web servers, right? So I will take simple routing policy and I will click on create. So a record will be created as you can see here. And if I would like to open it now, I can open it with a name called www.IntelliOinstitute.com. We will open this. We will open it with the name. Because we have assigned a which policy? Simple routing policy and load balancer is working in the backend. Right? Now next policy we are going to apply here is, right now as you can see it is opening US data center. Obviously we have created in the US West. Now the next load balancer we will be creating into Mumbai region. Next load balancer we will be creating into the Mumbai region. So we'll go to the services. I will change my region. I'll go to EC2 and I will change my region to the Mumbai region. I'll go to Mumbai. I will launch an instance. We'll be creating a single server here for the load balancer. We'll not be creating multiple servers here. Just would like to see that traffic is being routed depending upon the policy which we are implementing, right? We'll go to Amazon Linux. We'll click on this, configure instance details. Now we need to specify the bootstrap script. We already have this script. Take it, we'll paste it here, and here we will specify here AWS Mumbai, so that we will see clearly that we are going to Mumbai data center right now. click on add storage, add tags, specify a name. Tagging is very important. Web server. Configure security group. The security group which you will take, that should have port number 80 and the build. Real launch, click on launch. I don't know if I'm having this keypad or not, but I prefer to choose any one of these. I'm going to generate these. I'll go to view instance. In the meanwhile, we know that the server will automatically come up. So we'll go to the load balancer and we will directly create a load balancer here. We are going to the load balancer in Mumbai region. As you know, we are into Mumbai right now. Every time you will see this error, you will go to load balancer using Firefox, not from any other browser. You click on create and we are creating it Mumbai. Here the elastic load balancer, click on add assign security group. We are assigning any default security group, settings, health check, the same story for the health check. Assign EC2 instance, we are having only one EC2 instance here. And go to add tags, maybe create, I'll click on create. The load balancer will be created once one out of one instance will be in service. Right. So as you can see, one out of one instance is in service. Right. Now what you have to do is you have to go to Route 53 and Route 53 is a global service. So you have to shift the region. I'll go to the hosted zones. I'll click on the domain name. I'll be able to see all the records here. I will delete this record we have created earlier. Delete this. In place of this time we have to create a weighted routing policy. I'll click on create record set. I will specify www.intelliinstitute.com and take a license. If I click on this, it will auto-populate all the load balancers which we have created. We have created two load balancers, one in Mumbai, one in US West. So right now, as you can see, it is opening US. So what we are doing here is we are specifying Mumbai first and we are taking a policy which is weighted routing policy and we are specifying a weight which is 90% to Mumbai. That means 90% we want that our traffic will go to Mumbai. Right? Let's suppose we have assigned a ID. Let's suppose I'm assigning the ID called Mumbai and I'll click on create. And I'll create another record check. As you were saying that can we create combinations? Yes. So we'll go to www. I will click on a license, yes. I will go to US data center this time. And we will be choosing the weighted policy. And we will be specifying a weight called 10. And I'm specifying a ID which is US. I create it. So it is saying that 90% of the traffic should go to the Mumbai data center. This is the policy which we have specified. So if I will go and reload it, where it should have to go? I think it should have to take you to Mumbai. So 90% of the times it will go to Mumbai. Right? will try 100 times, maybe you will sometimes go to US, right? Right? So this is one of the policies, because 90% we have specified here, so it will take you to mostly to Mumbai. You need to purchase this domain. By default, these records will come. Name server will come automatically, and SOA starter of authority will come automatically. Right? Once you purchase the domain, when you purchase the domain? Yes. AWS is itself a register authority. You can purchase it from that. This time we are creating a record set, and this time we will be specifying that the latency policy. We are specifying first US. We are taking a latency policy, and we have to select our region. Our region is US West 2. Whosoever will be having less latency from US West 2, he will go to US West 2. We will specify our ID. Create record set, www.intelligence.com, go to devices. We will specify, this time we will go to Mumbai. Obviously we will be specifying latency. We will specify our region. Our region is AP South 1. As you can see here, AP South 1. Right. If you will create this, that means what you will specify here is Mumbai, and you will create it. Because we are sitting in India, if you will install a VPN and you will change your IP to US IP or maybe any other IP, in that case it will always open US screen. We are sitting in India, and you can see here that right now it is opening US, and if I will refresh it, it will take me to Mumbai, because my latency to Mumbai data center is less than the other data center, right? So every time it will take me to Mumbai only. It will not take me anywhere else. Right? So next routing policy is geolocation routing policy. Based on the geographical location, it will take you, and we will set it up. As you can see here, it is taking us to Mumbai. Obviously it will not take you anywhere now. Okay, it is taking you to Mumbai. It is taking you to Mumbai, right? Now, what we'll do here is, we'll create a record set. I'm specifying US data center, because here it is taking us to Mumbai. I'm specifying US data center, and the policy which I'm specifying is geolocation. And I'm specifying that if I am sitting in what we have specified here is, we have specified here US, right? We are specifying here that if we are sitting in Asia, we'll go to US data center. If we are sitting in Asia, it will take us to US data center. And the next is, if we choose Mumbai, if I am sitting in Europe, it will take me to the Mumbai data center. This is Europe. And I'll click on create. So as you can see here, it is showing you Mumbai 1. But if I reload, where it will take me to US, because I have specified that all the traffic of Asia will go to US. All the traffic of Asia will always go to US data center only, right? If you will use a VPN, you will change your IP to any US IP, in that case you will see it will take you to Mumbai data center. One more policy is left, that is known as failover policy. In failover, we will be having an active-passive kind of setup. We'll be making Mumbai as primary, and you can see it is taking you to US. When you're making Mumbai as primary, every time it will take you to Mumbai. Once Mumbai will not be available, only then it will take you to US. project. Now the most important thing about failover policy is that you have to specify the health check here. Depending upon the health check only, it will do this. So I'm specifying here that my primary is Mumbai. It will take me to Mumbai first. I'm specifying a failover policy. I'm choosing Mumbai as primary. I need to evaluate the health check here. Without health check, it will not work. This is the primary we have created. Likewise, we will create secondary also. We will specify www.intelligence.com. We will be specifying a license, and this time we will specify that it will take me to US if this will fail. That means it is going to be my secondary server. So we are taking the example of only 2 web servers. You can create a number of whatever you like. You click on create. This is ready. Every time it will take you to where? Mumbai, because Mumbai is the primary one. You can see it is taking you to the Mumbai. And let's suppose if Mumbai is not available, we'll go to the load balancer and we'll delete the load balancer from backend. Let's suppose I am removing this instance. So in this case it will not be able to fetch the website. We have terminated this. We need not to remove this because our instance is already, we have already removed our instance. And let's suppose I have deleted the load balancer also. That means this particular load balancer is not available now. And if I will run this, where it will take me? It will take me to here. Right? So that was about Route 53.